Good morning. Wah. Give me a minute while I get myself collected. Boom, 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 boom. Glasses are dirty. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 9 of Unbottled. We got plenty of good stuff today. Boop. Can't forget these two. The most important pieces of the year. I'm assuming Hellraiser Revival will probably be really, really late. Maybe next year. Maybe. Today we got Directive and Directive. Thought there was another May 12th. Guess not. Passenger is May 22nd. Obsession's May 15th. Okay. Backrooms is coming May 29th. I know Minions is for kids, but it says monsters. And monsters are welcome here. And Crystal Lake, which I will be attempting to do a review series of. Hopefully. I think it's going to be good. Ish. You know, with horror comes more about the eye candy than any other component of the film. So the horror genre is special like that, as we all well know. What do we? I don't want to be here. Been a rough week. Complications in life. Too many. I'm here doing this because of one of those complications. Yesterday was awful, health-wise. Yeah, I'm gonna go into much detail. I don't talk about myself. I'm doing just chatting live about me. What this is about. I love of horror. Pick our brains about horror. Anyway, I did something new for this stream, which I would like to do going forward to kind of expand, the Unbottled show. So I did this. I just did this off the fly, so I didn't have time to do a lot of other ones. Like that. This is for the new Minions movie. So I tried to get some stills from the trailer. I think the main point would be Gumi. He's like I have one here. Hold on. So I have a little brain too. I have a mini brain. Look. Need some light. I got this guy. Oh, I assume this is a cartoon version of, I guess, the Mind Flayer. I think that's what Gumi is. And looks like he's summoning Irene, which was a giant eye monster in the film. They're really going in on all those eyes. I assume he's like the main villain. I just found this when I was looking for news bits. I didn't actually watch the trailer yet. I can still have it up. Just kind of flick through it. Got the minions, obviously. I think the movie might be a take on Lovecraftian horrors. As a yeah. So the Necronomicon with as cartoon of Cthulhu in it. And then Gumi comes out. So he's summoning Irene, which I assume is not a good thing. And the minions are fighting him. So it'll be interesting. Interesting given kids that look into Lovecraftian stuff, which I think would be cool. And when they get older, they might be interested in the more adult stuff. I don't know how many of the Gru or Minion movies I've seen. I've seen quite a few. I know I've seen at least the first of each. And then they have their sequels. As a Lovecraftian fan myself, I would like to watch this with the family. But we'll see. That is it for the upcoming, I think. Keep your eye out for these. October is going to be fun. October will be fun. I will not be playing Directive 8020 or be watching any of the new movies this year because budget. I got my budget for Hellraiser and Sinking City 2, and I'll put some money aside for Crystal Lake. Oh, that depends if they're releasing the entire season or if they're doing weekly. Or Crystal Lake, which might be an issue. So I'd have to, if it's 10 episodes, 10 weeks, so it'd be 2 months, if not 3. Should be alright. But I do plan on. I would love for Hellraiser Revival to be my first speedrun game, if it's good. I was thinking about speedrunning the first Sinking City game in the meantime, but maybe a semi speedrun stream, just a play fast stream. So it wouldn't be an official speedrun. I think the first Sinking City speedrun is about 3 hours. Um, I'll be watching another streamer play Directive 8020 today. So if that's what you're going to be doing, I don't know. I think they'd mostly be on Twitch. Twitch or Kick, most likely. I'll head on over there later today. Unlocks in approximately 2 hours. Reviews 50-50. It's a nice looking horror game, but it doesn't hit a lot of the marks. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a review. Get some talking points. Second season of the Dark Pictures is off to a solid start. Why is the space horror still has me hooked despite its rough edges? Compelling space horror that's more fun to watch than play. Oh, I think that's the one I was looking at. Check it out. Till Dawn, released in 2015, it was an inventive interactive horror. Until Dawn has replayability, high enjoyment level. Yeah, Until Dawn is great, but I don't think Until Dawn takes place in space. So it's a little bit different. I don't know anything about the Dark Pictures series. I've not played any of them. I had watched a stream though, but I don't remember them. It's choices should matter game, but sometimes it just leads you to the same ending. Some things don't really change. Supposedly Dark Pictures has been pretty good on that. It's not like previous games like Cthulhu, Dark Abyss, and um, a few Lovecraftian ones where it was just the same ending either way. Choices didn't really matter. And nobody picks up a supermassive game expecting a God of War. Well, I didn't play God of War, so I don't know. God of War is good, I guess. It's also, I think, more action than horror. Intense. Intense father-son story. A lot of fluff here. Alright, it's not going anywhere. Moving on. Let's look at a few news bits here. Moving on. Horror news. Numero uno. So we got Amy Madigan, The Witch and Weapons, along with Steve Buscemi, Ben Foster, Deborah Jacob, Lachlan Monroe, and two Cardinal, Joel D. Montegrad, Sophie Grace Clinton join the cast. That's a mouthful. So one of these people look like they're from The Sixth Sense. The kid. There's a little bit of heat on the show. Casting choices, I guess. Similar to the HBO Harry Potter series. Are you casting them because they fit the DEI bill, or are you casting them because they look like they'd be fun to watch? Like the previous X-File cast. I'm leaning towards fitting the DEI bill. Is there any interviews with these people, or I mean, I guess it's great they have supporting actors that are recognizable and easy watching. But you're surrounding new actors with established actors. Established actors don't make new actors better actors, in my opinion. Maybe off screen, off camera, off stage, where the actors are giving each other advice, tips, hints, spotters. But when you're on the stage in the limelight, you're bringing your character alive, not other characters. But there is a certain motivation factor where these established actors could boost. I'm not sure if that helps with portraying the character better, but it's making you feel like you can be involved in the scene better. But you could still be a bad actor and a bad character choice while everybody's upstaging you. I have seen the original X-Files series some time ago. I think it was recent when streaming was taken off, so can't remember where I watched it. Netflix, maybe. I was watching the original Doctor Who series on Netflix before that was taken down. But now that's up on Tubi. I don't know if X-Files on Tubi. Tubi. X-Files. Got the Twilight Zone, Predator, The Mist, Gladiator, Unsolved Mysteries, Murder, She Wrote, 13 Ghosts. Don't know if those are X-Files related. We can see the X-Files movies here. Dennis and the Menace, is that related? Ooh, Dark City's on Tubi. Add to list. I'm gonna watch that one again. Well, weapons, Amy Madigan, safe X-Files. I don't know. Depends on your perception of weapons. I thought it was okay. Nothing. When I'm thinking of a horror movie, I'm not thinking of weapons. I'll tell you that much. I think it's a one and done for me. Deborah Jacob, Reservation Dogs. Is that Reservoir Dogs? Scary movie. Lachlan Monroe, Tanto Cardinal, Killer of the Flower Moon, Joel D. Montgrad, True Detective, Sophie Grace Clinton, People of the West. So you're banking on hiring an all-star cast to tuck under the new cast. So you're not focusing on what's under, you're focusing on what's above the meat of the project. Just hire people who seem like they're doing a good job. Don't hire people just because. Please stop. Stop hiring people just because. So what if other nationalities don't seem like they're doing a great job and they don't make the cut? Whether it's all white focused, all black focused, all Jew focused, all Indian focused. If you want to try to mix and match, great. Some projects work out great that way, others don't. Maybe an X-Files show with FBI is not multicultural. It doesn't work. But it should, because we get FBI agents going to Indonesia to look at Komodo dragons turning into humanoids and doing world domination stuff. They want to have Indonesians in the show. Spitballing. Lizard people. Yeah. Please just hire people that are competent. They like the X-Files. They want to be in the X-Files. They want to be the best they can be and not just feel like they're inserted, feel like they're there for a paycheck. Do a great show. That's all we ask. And make it scary. And have the scary bits. Next. Westworld. What's going on with Westworld? I love the original scary theme park films. Is it from the 70s? I like them a lot. I have wondered what a modern version would look like, and it wasn't this. Great first season. Just ignore the rest. Westworld movie. I don't want it, personally. I'll probably be skipping it. Find the originals and stick with those. David Cope is writing the script, and a major mystery filmmaker is eyeing to direct. So I think the mystery filmmaker is from Jurassic Park. Westworld movie reboot in the works with Jurassic Park writer David Cope. So a mystery filmmaker. Doesn't look like there's any leads here. Westworld is returning in an exciting way, but not how HBO fans want. Boo-hoo, HBO fans. David Coep drives Michael Crichton's Westworld for Warner Brothers film. Okay. Oh, okay, I get it now. It's all coming together. Because it's a theme park horror, trying to get all related theme park stuff together. We should do a future theme park horror film on the Disney World theme park, where the Disney World has died, but is like taken over supernaturally. That'd be like a paranormal activity, but at Disney World. I think that'd be cool. How will Disney World end? Probably won't for a while. It'll probably still be kicking as long as the rich people are kicking. Probably will end when the rich people don't want to go there anymore. Yeah, theme parks can be spooky. We got the animatronic restaurants for kids. Friday Night Freddy's doing pretty well. Why not? Get your theme park horrors rolling. They should probably dump Westworld and do another theme park. I think we've seen enough Westworld. We can look at other places to draw inspiration from. Haunted theme parks, like the Lego theme park, Nintendo theme park. Be creative. Think outside the box. They might have something, may not. Westworld TV show put a bad taste in my mouth. So, yeah. But those are the two news bits that I got for today. So today's Unbottled attraction is Bruiser. Let me pull in the Bruiser. Kind of weird, I know, but it was weird that I wanted to watch it and I couldn't find it anywhere unless you have it on DVD or something. It just kind of disappeared. And this is a YouTube video from a year ago. I still have it up. Yep. WTF happened to George Romero's Bruiser by Joe Blow Horror Originals 1 year ago. Good question. And I took a few stills that kind of answers that question. And this was in 1998, and movies like Scream were coming out. So unorthodox slasher films back in the early 2000s. It seems like Bruiser didn't quite make the cut, and attraction got pushed aside a little bit. The Scream was like, sit down. This is my time to shine. I watched Bruiser like I'm gonna say around 2012, 2015. And I thought it was really great. It had a very serene, eerie, creepy feel, like crawls up your spine. It makes you uncomfortable in a good way. And I vaguely remember it. Bruiser is a fashion magazine, and the main character is suffering financially with poor co-employee spaces. Everybody is pretty much an asshole. And this guy has like a mental break and dons a creepy, small-eyed mask. And he's either imagining or stuck on his face, what have you. It was pretty good. And the second still here says, movies, they decide that horror is not the business to be in. This is from George A. Romero's. Uh, thing extras on the DVD, whatever the word is. Yeah, director interview. And he stated that genres like comedy and horror only exist if there are movies above it doing good in the box office. If he said this early 2000s, maybe that makes sense. But today it's like the whole entertainment business is in a flux. There's no order, there's no business strategy. And they're just putting out whatever, whenever, however. If anything sticks, great. If it doesn't, move on. Let's not try to make anything new. Let's ruin existing IPs. Let's lock IPs in never-ending court battles, so they never get to be seen again. There is a few other movies, even video games, I struggle to find to re-enjoy, re-experience. I think the 2005 Black and White Cthulhu movie was pretty hard to find for a while. That annoyed the crap out of me. I was thinking about going out to see if I could find a DVD for a Bruiser. Probably start buying physical copies again. I don't know. Don't really feel like I want to, but I think it'd be good to have a handful just to scratch that itch when it comes. And I got a handful of movies I think about, a handful of video games I think about. I got all my books. I've been buying books. It was just annoying. I couldn't think of this movie. I can't even watch it. I mean, anything could be watched, read, or played on the internet, if you know what I mean. But according to their rules of how the system works for copyright and such, I do not have any means to watch Bruiser at the moment. And I think it was direct to DVD when it came out. It has a lot of fun characters, great actors. Satan from Constantine plays King Asshole. He does a great job. Uh, if I were still the case where lower tier genres relied on higher tier genres just to get a movie in theaters, it sounds insane today. I think in this case it was the reverse. I think Terrifier 3 inspired a lot. It did big numbers for everyone. So I think that was the year that horror saved a lot. I think Terrifier 2 was better. But there would be Terrifier 2, 3, 1. And then All Hallows Eve. I think 4 would be really good. But yeah, I think it's definitely reversed because you can't even get a decent animation film anymore. The animation department is suffering the most. If not comedy, because nobody can take a joke today. It's unfortunate. You know, humor is like the polar opposite of horror. And I think romance, drama are up top. And then there's action like in the middle. Action is mid. People still love action. Like horror is moving so far up as like even has a category in the movie awards now. A little bit concerning, but yeah. Interesting times we live in. I didn't mind when horror was a low tier genre. I think it produced some of the best stuff as a low budget stuff. I don't like the fancy, clean, well filmed and make it gritty, make it killer, make it cool. That's all I need. The movie award people can have their weapons and sinners and whatever movies. I need my stuff like Bruiser. Yeah. The other bit I have down in the corner here, from Backrooms to Blair Witch Project Reboot, YouTubers are leading the future of horror. Can read that a little bit. Kane Parsons was only 19 when he directed the upcoming Backrooms movie. starring Renate, Bean Civ, and Duetto. Yeah, that guy. Future of Horror. I'm a streamer with a Future of Horror section. So cool. But yeah, it looks like YouTuber horror directors are on the rise. I even have a few horror movie scripts written. Mostly for personal use. I don't know if I ever plan to make them. Technically, they've already been made, just under different titles and similar subject matter. They're not projects just like mine, word for word, scene to scene. It's similar. I don't know. I'll think about it someday, maybe. Definitely not today. So who are the other streamers? We got the guy who did Iron Lung. Who else was there? So the guy doing Backrooms was a streamer, YouTuber, or is Kane Parsons. Chris Stuckman, who directed last year's release of Shelby Oaks. It was a Kickstarter for 1.5 million. So yeah, if you're not doing like an Oscar-worthy horror movie, you would be paying out of your own pocket, crowdfunding, trying to get yourself known in the industry, get your projects greenlit. The most famous example is Psycho, because that was production hell. Quite a quite a few movies that were production hell, not so much just horror movies. Or we can make a horror movie called Production Hell. I think that'd be an interesting horror movie. Production Hell. Even Satan gets pissed off when he makes a movie. That would be a good horror comedy, I think. Director Satan. And if I watch any of the YouTubers' horror movies, I have a better opinion. I haven't watched any of them. I don't know whose movies are made by streamers. I'm not even sure where Iron Lung's going to end up. Where can we watch it? Is it on Amazon? Iron Lung movie? The movie called Lung. It was the guy that made the movie. I'll see you here. Markiplier's Iron Lung digital release delayed. Well, that answers my question. It's a story from 1 week ago. I'll get this up on the screen. Too big. So, came on theaters January 30th, made 15 million, budget of 3 million. Really awesome. Well done. Iron Lung was financed, produced by and stars Mark Fiskback, better known as your YouTube handle, Markiplier. Talked about releasing a movie traditional, but didn't get much interest. 38 million YouTube subscribers. Had the resources to do everything himself. Want to sell a movie on YouTube, you generally have to go through them. Go through who? Distributor? Go through a distributor? You can't just take a video and put it on YouTube and sell it as a movie. Isn't that what YouTube's doing now? uh, idiots. YouTube executives. He spoke with CEO Neil Moan, who released his film the way he wants to release it, and YouTube has agreed to serve as the exclusive digital home for Iron Lung. Okay. Why not do that? YouTube's trying to be a movie streaming service anyway. I guess it's not about the money, huh? Sure, people want a collector's physical copy, though. That's what the fans want. Well, good luck. When you decide to release it, I'll check it out. I hate money. I hate it. I hate it. I hate money. Money sucks. There's nothing but decay and rot everything. Sucks the enjoyment out of everything. Makes the best people on earth the worst people on earth. Makes saints into sinners. It sucks. We're here on this earth to do fun things, and some people don't want that, and they'll ruin it for everybody else. Weird. The last thing I want to do with my life is to make somebody else's life miserable. I don't know what the goal in achieving that is, but given the last few weeks of what's been going on in the world, on streaming, and nobody's allowed to have nice things. And those who do have nice things don't appreciate it. I got nice things here. These are my nice things. My world. Be in the horror world. Happiest moment is in horror. In the imaginary world of horror, not the real life version of horror. Real life horror sucks. Don't get things twisted. All right, time to conclude here. Some recent things I've been a few games I played. Bruiser. Fear scale. Starting with BioShock Remastered. I thought BioShock isn't really as scary, but might be for some people. Subgenre of horror would be like bioengineering. I'm gonna go with like a religious cultish vibe because you were building an underwater civilization, but it turned out to be not that. So everybody paid dearly for it. I think this would be probably for the whole series, 1 and 2. The BioShock 1, BioShock 2, I like BioShock 1 the best. Did a lot of stuff right. But the third one, goosebump level. It's like a knock on if the ideas of America were a cult. It's not a very good one. I had a lot of issues with this one. Has some good ideas, missed a lot of the marks. I wouldn't go back to it. Religious. I don't know why Infinite decided to stray away from so far. It was in the air. That was the trade-off. But I failed to see the connection to the first 2 games, and I didn't bother to figure out where the disconnect was. So SOMA, I played a long while ago, maybe last year. Similar to BioShock, underwater stuff going on. What kind of horror is this? I'm leaning on psychological because of the ideas that the people were trying to achieve in the story, they really screwed a lot of things up. Wouldn't really say a monster, like robotic monsters. I don't think the monsters were really that memorable, but it was scary. Above mid. Pretty scary. I think I call it psychological mainly because of the ending. What happens. It all makes sense when you get to the ending, so yeah. It's up there. It's pretty good. Gameplay is walking sim horror. Stealth. Watch yourself. REVEIL is pretty much a different paint job as SOMA. Relatively same subgenre, same point of horror. Got a pretty good jump scare out of me. I don't think I have the recording. I lost the recording. I would put it up if I still had it. If I replay it, probably won't have the same effect, so. Yep. It's like split 50-50. You're doing one thing and then it turns into something else. So it has a like SOMA, like you understand everything at the end. So walking sim stealth. So like BioShock, shooter, semi horror. Uh, the Wasteland. Uh, could go cosmic. Could go creature feature. A lot of weird things going on that nobody understands. So like a cosmic wasteland type of deal because it's got other aspects. to the plot. We still don't fully understand. Probably get covered in Metro 2039. It's mostly like a war-torn sci-fi, supernatural cosmic stuff with creatures. It's got a lot to offer. Midish, below midish for the whole series. All the first three games typically keep a steady line. So it'd be this one, Last Light. For me, it would be Exodus, Metro 2033, and then Last Light in terms of popularity. So this one you get to play around with a dark one. That's pretty cool. Styles don't really change much. Still plays relatively the same. Difficulty, you could die with one hit. With Exodus, you not buying and selling, you're scavenging because you're with a team of survivors leaving the metro. There's no buying or selling or trade. It's kill or be killed, scavenge, bargain. I had a lot of fun with this one. Screw the Ranger hardcore mode. Never again. I don't care about the achievements. Normal or hard is fine. I need my HUDs, I need my buttons. That's what I got for the fear scale today. This coming week, I'm probably going to lay low. Try to watch 5 new horror movies for next week for the fear scale. And I'll report to you if they are worth the scares or not. Looking for a good scare. But they could be a good movie and not be scary, so there's that. There's quite a few of those. Yep. One for the other. This is really popular, actually. When I meet people that talk about D&D, they usually mention the Mind Flayer. I hope I'm using the right term. I hate to get that wrong. I would like to have my shelves with the miniatures, not so much the boxes. I just don't have any storage space or anything. This is technically my room. I live in a closet. Yay! I got nothing to complain about. I'm in my little space, enjoying what I have, what I can afford. I think I'm working on getting a Steam machine because I'm not happy with streaming and playing video games on this PC. I think a Steam machine will help offset the lag, bitrate, crashing, fatal errors. But I was unable to nab a Steam controller, unfortunately. We need to go back to the reservation, what they did with the Steam Deck. This bad boy. This is one of the first batches I nabbed it. I remember that day back in COVID time, just sitting on my computer, and then I was looking around, and they were announcing me setting them up for purchases. And I stayed awake. I waited. I was honed in on getting one. I wasn't backing down. And I got it. I felt very achieved. Achievement unlocked. I'm aware they got the OLED versions now, but this one is special to me. I think it's okay that I missed the Steam controller, but I'm going to try to get a Steam machine early. I don't think I can wait around like I did for the Steam Deck, so I have to be on here when it's happening. Like right now, let's check right now. Steam machine. What does it say? It says Steam Deck, buy now. Steam controller, buy now. Steam machine, wish listed. I'm not doing the Steam frame. I vowed never to do virtual reality. It's not for me. Steam controller reserved. So if I stay on this page and refresh, eventually it'll say reservation for Steam machine. And then I just gotta figure out how to get the money for it. Or if there's any parts of my body I can sell off. I only got the Steam Deck because of the checks that Joe Biden handed out. It's like government's throwing away money, go do whatever I want. But I bought a Steam Deck and a few other things that I don't know off the top of my head. Oh, I bought the Resident Evil 1 board game special Kickstarter edition. So those are the two things I got. Thank you, Joe Biden. And with that, I will see you all next week. Stay spooky.